welcome back to the Old History Project. So today here we are on the farm of Congressman Bill Jenkins. I was doing some research on some maps the other day, and looking on, I was just looking at the old McDonald farm, and I seen a cemetery that was listed as up on top of the hill from it. Well, I was find a grave, and it turns out it's a Carmichael cemetery. So I tracked Mr. Congressman Jenkins down, and well, here we are. Turns out that he actually knew the people that are buried here. And now, while right now, as of this moment, I am waiting on the county to get back with me with the cemetery record of where they came out and surveyed this. So don't know who all is here outside of the stones you can still read. But so turns out my great-great-grandfather is buried here. His name was Daniel Carlisle Carmichael. He's buried here. For the longest time we couldn't figure out where in the world they stuck him in the ground. So I introduced myself to Mr. Jenkins, and that's how we figured out that these are my people buried here. So cemetery hasn't been kept up. It's in rough shape. So Mr. History here is going to take some matters into his hands because, well, that's my great-great-grandfather, and these are some of my people. So let's skip ahead here, and I'm just going to do a brief inventory of this here cemetery. Now, I did get to work right away as soon as I got here, so sorry if I didn't film anything, but this is what it is. Now, I must advise no trespassing here. We don't want to disturb Mr. Jenkins. Alright, so here we have a Sarah C. Kenner, 18 something. She died in 1880. It looks like. There's one that's crumpled right there. There's part of the other one. There's this one. This is Elizabeth, daughter of H. Carmichael, H.A. Carmichael, something. Looks like she died in May of 1818. I don't know, maybe you guys can see that on the camera. Oh yeah, you can see that way better. May 18th, some year. Shows up better on the camera. Here we have this feller, this lady, excuse me, Sarah, wife of D. Carmichael, it looks like. I think that's a D. Can't make out the death date, but looks like 1888. So my great-grandpa Carlisle had a dad. Well, guess what? His name was also Carlisle. Daniel Carlisle Carmichael. Here's the base of one of them. I flipped it up already. Nothing on either side of it, but we have a crypt right there. Somebody's in the ground there. And right there we have a Thomas W. Cobb. He died in 1899. So there's the brief inventory. Stay close to the Old History Facebook page. Now I'm going to share the cemetery map with this. Or actually, no, I'll just wait and make a part 2. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Just watch the Old History Facebook page. So now what I'm going to do is pull these limbs out of the way and see if there's any other graves. You guys know. All right, I've got us a little bit more seeing room here. Some of the big stuff cleared away. Looks like about a 20 by 20, 20 by 30. Somewhere along them lines a lot. So there's a grave. I didn't see that one before. It's been washed away. Maybe you guys can see that. So now what we're going to do, we'll clip some of this away. I'm tired of getting stabbed by a briar patch. I think I'll leave the tree alone. He ain't bothering nothing. I might see if there's anything under there. There's that big pedestal right there. There's nothing on it. Alright. Alright, so I'll show you what I've accomplished here in just a second. Here directly. So this is Sarah Carmichael Kenner. She was born September 1814 and she died, and I've not really seen too many of these, in the fall of 1820. Not seen too many. 1826, excuse me. She was 12 years old. 1820, 1826. What do you guys think that is? So I'm pretty sure she was the daughter, or maybe the great-granddaughter of Mr. Senator Rodham Kenner, because that's my great-grandfather. I don't know how many of you remember that video, but go give it a look-see. In the meantime, I got most of that over there knocked down, and most of the limbs are gone. Now I'm just focusing on this area here right now, and I'm going to stand up that tombstone here in just a second. Otherwise, we're making good progress. Alright, so I was doing some more cleaning, and I got that thing out of the way, that big tumbleweed thing, and started kicking up some dirt. And this tombstone here actually ended up being a whole lot bigger. It's at least, I don't know what, 3, 4.5 foot tall, something along them lines. So I've been digging up around it here, trying to see if we could get it stood back up. It's a big boy, so I'm gonna have to call in me some help and do this one later. Man, this is fun. Alright, so that thing's way too heavy. That or it just ain't strong enough. No, I'm kidding. It's one of them big things. I can't even think of the word for it. It's one of them big wide tombstones. So in the process of clearing this little area here up and finding pieces of broken tombstones, there's a pile of them over here that somebody else had made. Unfortunately, there's no names on them, just pieces. So that one will just have to wait, I reckon. Oh, what do we got here? Somebody else. Here's a piece of a broken one. Just the first letters of the name and no date. Alright, I'm getting stabbed. Hold on just a second. Alright, so I got that stuff cleared away. There's the rest of that stone. I haven't tried to move it yet. No readable dates. Either that or this is just the back side. Actually, hold on. That's an H. but nothing else is readable. There's another part of one. Don't know who he belongs to. Well, let's keep putting this puzzle together. Alright, so this is the Carmichael family tree. So this guy right here, James Carmichael Sr., is a first generation immigrant from a place called Carmichael, Scotland. And now just real quick, bold lines indicate direct lineage, dotted lines are indirect. So his son Daniel is one of the people that's buried in this cemetery, and Daniel held a lot of land on a place called Dodson Ferry Road. According to his will, that's where most of his land was. So he had a son named Hamilton Carmichael, and Hamilton married Sarah Savage, who was the daughter of Elizabeth Kenner and George Savage. And Elizabeth Kenner was Rodham Kenner's daughter. That's my connection to Rodham Kenner. So Daniel received a lot of land from the Kenner family, and so did Hamilton a little later on. He inherited it from his dad. But anyway, this got pretty confusing because like they all had like 1 million kids. So Hamilton had Daniel Carlisle I, and Daniel Carlisle I he had 6 kids. And he had Daniel Carlisle II, who had another good bunch of kids. Daniel II is my great-great-grandfather. And we think that both of the Daniels are buried here, but we can't prove it. We haven't found a headstone yet. So, nonetheless, this is the Carmichael family tree. Most of the people on the screen right now are in that cemetery, save for probably a few. I remember Sarah and Elizabeth are in there, so there's that. So right now I'm waiting on the map from the county archives, and as soon as I get that, I will post it to the Old History Facebook page. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and as always, if you'd like to donate, please visit the link below for my PayPal, where you can donate securely and safely. Thanks for watching.